Come on, girl. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, look at her, celebrity. Hi, everybody. It's been a while, and yeah, it's been a couple of days. Welcome back, all of you, from the month of Feb, the month of love. Some of you got Valentine's gift. I am so happy for you. I can assure you, I am not jealous. I'm not at all. Well, a little bit, but how are you guys? How have you been? I like how you guys have watched, and some of you have reached out to me personally. You've told me how you feel about the conversations, and well, I am grateful that you guys are watching, and this is actually waking up some demons in you that are leaving. Yeah. Yes, as usual, I am from church. And the highlights. So the pastor made a joke, and he was saying that when an accident happens in Uganda, there is a lot of crowd that comes, and you then in the crowd you find people who are talking. Those ones that are loud, they're like, the car came from this side, and then it hits my what. So those ones who are always narrating the scene, the incident. And he was like, the people that are always loud and they are telling the story with details are the people who actually didn't even witness the accident. These are the people who have just gathered small information from people. Now they are exaggerating the whole point. They are like making it a movie. So those are people, and as he said that, I remembered something. Like, I also remembered something about such situations, that those people who are always saying, like the loud ones, the ones that are contributing the most, those guys are at every accident. Like everywhere you find an accident and they are there, they always have the biggest story. And I can imagine when they go back home, what they tell them. Because I mean, at least the other people on the road can, ask other people. But you guys at home, that guy can create it. Can turn the whole thing into a movie, and even tell things that didn't happen. But yeah, so yeah, it was just about witnessing, like being witnesses for the Holy Spirit, and yeah, it was amazing. It was a nice service, and it's been a while since I went to church, so it was a good feeling. Yeah, so I'm here today again in regards to witnessing. Lately in my office, we've been having stories. You know how we go to social media and see stories, and then come to office, we discuss them, not intentionally, but when you're at work and someone says something that they saw on TikTok or anywhere, and then you're like, yeah, I saw it too, and now we all start giving our opinions. Sorry about the noise in the background. Yeah, it's those neighborhoods here, but yeah, so we converse about those things that are happening in society, and we find ourselves in arguments. And because in every conversation there's always someone taking a side, this side, and this one is taking this side. So, and I have proved to be contradicting most of the times, because I defend jokingly. I defend women a lot, not in really that is that deep, but in my conversations at office, I tend to defend women more, and because also because the people in my office, most of them are married in relationships, and so I would understand if they would not stand for the woman, because when they stand for women, they might end up betraying their husband somehow. But yeah, not like they don't defend women, but they also do. But lately they are saying that I'm defending women a lot. Those guys don't get it. They don't get it. But yeah, so we find ourselves taking sides and giving opinions, and sometimes these are very strong opinions, guys. People stand and we are like, the whole entire office is on fire. Yeah, but most of the times I myself, I don't know about the others, I've found myself learning a thing or two from the conversations I have with my colleagues. Yeah, we are arguing, but there are things here and there you're picking. You're not allowing defeat, but in there someone will say something, you're like, oh wow, okay, that makes sense. So later on when you sit down and think about it, you're like, yeah, so and so said this, and it actually makes sense even if you weren't on that side. But what is my point here? Taking sides of stories, guys, because I have had experiences with these things. I think in the podcast I have with Lillian, my friend, we once had a conversation about taking, like, when your friend when you have two friends who are in a conflict, these guys are both your friends, and then they come to you in turn, each narrating how the situation started, and then you're forced to bend over on the other side of the first person that told you, or if the other person does not even come through at all to tell you that their side of the story, you lean in more on this side of where they have told you their story or their side, and you're like, that person is very bad. You even contribute, but you're taking a side blindly because you don't know what happened. You don't know how these guys started, and you're just listening to the notes of what the other person's brain picked from whatever made them fight. So yeah, these are my stories, guys. These are stories that we have, random stories. I'm not reading them anywhere because I do really experience these things, but I've realized this thing on taking sides of a story you have no experience or facts about is quite dangerous, because it can destroy friendships. It can destroy your way of thinking, because now you can't think independently, because you're driven by a story someone has told you. You're always there waiting for who so and such bothered to share. So yeah, they are right to, because this and this and this happened. But then there's another side of the story that you have not told. So recently, something happened in this country. Teenagers got into probably a relationship of that kind, and I remember I had talked about this on my Instagram, but I'll talk about it again. So teenagers got involved in a relationship they shouldn't be in, and somehow I'm not going to tell the whole entire story because I also don't have details. The things I know I've heard. So apparently the dad finds the boy at home I don't know whether with the daughter, but at his home where his daughter is supposed to live, and the siblings who are actually living alone in that home with a mate. There's no parent. So the father probably apparently drops by once in a while, and this time I think he finds the boy who he has ever found there, and there was an altercation, and warned him never to come back again, but Again, this time he finds him there, and somehow things get out of hand, and the gentleman beats the boy to death. So, when the first time we heard about the story, I heard about the story was in office, and people were giving their views. Some people were saying that dad is wrong for beating that boy because what if it was his son? It's right. Others were saying the father is wrong because he also did not train up his daughter well, which is okay. Other people were saying the boy is wrong because he was warned beforehand, but he still came back. So it's understandable. Both sides are valid, and regardless of the circumstances that led there, it's very wrong and unfortunate that boy lost his life. So now, why did I bring up this story? We had different sides the first time we heard it, and most of us had not even heard what the people involved know or what actually led to. We were just hearing, hearsays. When something comes out, everybody has their own opinion, and everyone is now quick to get the story right, or to have their own story trend for some reason. So we took a side, and then we went at each other. Oh, you're lying. This cannot happen. Whatever. One day you have whatever you have a boy child, and that is done to them. What. So, regardless of our thoughts, there's something I noticed. We are quick to take sides on what looks obvious. And whatever looks obvious, sometimes it is always wrong. Guys, okay, this is also just my opinion. But whatever looks obvious to you may not actually be the correct thing. Because I went on and as I was scrolling on my social media, I saw the girl's story. She was in tears and what. And then you get now to hear that side and you're like, oh my God. But then there's another person who is not able to tell their story because they're already dead. You understand? So I feel like the way we judge, we should change the way we are quick to judge these stories. Mm-hmm. And look at it, pray about it, wish them well. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there are healthy conversations, healthy arguments. They are healthy arguments, of course. But I realize some of us go to the extreme. Okay, not people in my office because we argue for us and just leave it there. But in real life, there are people who take it far. Like if you've seen these guys who are talking about football, those guys sometimes even fight. They get into a fight and actually beat up each other. So before you hear the full story, be slow to judge. Don't put yourself in a situation whereby you're going to go back and be like, I wish I waited to hear the whole story. Because it's guarding your heart as well. Guard your heart. Give yourself space to hear the other story, and also to know when to give an opinion. At some point you can get mad at somebody. You can get mad at someone who is not in wrong, because you heard about one story and all of a sudden you want to wake up and you want to get up and go spread the word, like, I can't believe so and so is like that. Can you imagine she did this and this and this to that person? And then one day you'll find out that the other person who told you this story, there's a reason why they were telling their own side of the story. I've had a very good woman tell their story of how they've suffered to raise their kids and the father left. But that woman, the way she told her story, she never busted her husband, her ex-husband. She always thrown in things of like, but this was my part. I played in that. And there's also another lady I had talk about her divorce, and she was not like, she did not, she said it straight to the camera that I won't be telling telling the story of how the guy contributed to this divorce. I'll tell of how I contributed to this divorce, because it is more valid, because I am in this space. The other person is not here to defend themselves. So ranting, we all rant to our friends, but when you're ranting, be fair. Be fair, because one day somebody will find out. It will come out, and there's a way the truth will always come out. It will come out before you know it, and you will be frustrated, and you will be embarrassed. It will be a shaming for you to have gone on to tell your story and be like, honestly, guys, sorry about the noise. There's a lot of noise in the background. So there is that too. So you can destroy someone's friendship. You can destroy somebody's reputation because you're only talking about your side. And let me tell you, we are volunteers in everything that happens to us, guys. You see, by the time people start hitting each other and fighting and what, you can't say that guy beat me when I was just looking at them. No, you must have thrown a punch for the fight, to get heated. So I believe we all can. I feel like this is a way of communication. This is a matter of communication. If someone says someone has done something to them and they narrate for you a story, it's only right for you to give the other person, the other party, an ear. If they are close to you, to give them an ear and also hear their side of the story, and then judge those matters accordingly. You see, I have an issue with group friendships. I am weak at it, but there are people who are actually good at it. I feel like group friendships, there are always besties, like two besties, those ones that are quite close to each other. However much the love could look like it is spreading all over the group. It's true, love could be there, but there are always people who are actually closer to each other in the group. So it could be biased easily. Information could be biased easily, because when one person does something, the other person who never liked them will take advantage to now spread gossip about them, because they never liked them in the first place. Now they have a reason to. It's always good for someone's reputation to be kind, for better communication, for better judgment, for you to listen to the other part of the story and then you judge correctly. Don't go, saying something somebody told you, you have no evidence of, you were not there. You even pissed at the other person, and yet you don't know that the activities that led to that, to the fight. So I feel like maybe we should listen more. We should give more attention to details, because also I have friends. My friends are rough. Those guys are rough, because I know there's one of them whose name I want to mention. I will go there with my story, and she will look at my face and tell me, "But Julie, you have that behavior." Yeah, like you don't want to hear it, but they will give it to you because they don't want to find themselves in a position whereby they are defending a behavior they already know you have, but because you are the one telling them the story, that now they should be on your side. They consider the fact that this could also be your weakness. This could also be your weakness. That is why you're having an issue with it. And mostly, if you see someone over defending something, just know they are wrong. Because I feel like, okay, if I've not done something, if I know, I'm sure my conscience is clean, I have not done something, I'm a bit calm. I don't go around talking about it a lot. I don't go around, trying to defend myself, because I know I didn't do it. That's the thing. I don't. I give it attention, probably if there's another party involved, but I really don't give it attention because when I know I've not done anything, but when I know I have done something, which is something, by the way, I've tried to work myself on. I have been trying not to, when I know I'm wrong, I should accept, be accountable, say sorry, and move on with life. In my prime, in my early years as a child, when I knew I was wrong, I would try so much to justify myself so that I can come out clean. And then later on, I realized you can be clean in front of other people, but the truth is that you know that you did it and it will affect you somehow, somewhere. It's easy to let other people accept you when you don't accept yourself. But at the end of the day, when you don't accept yourself, it also starts building up things in you. So that is all I have to talk about today. I apologize for the noise in the background, guys. I really apologize because even me myself, I've been speaking so loud. It's crazy. But thank you guys for watching. I hope we go into this season, the new season, the new month, thinking on how we can be better people. We can be good to each other. We can notice those things. We can try not to take sides because we should, because of gender, because of religion, because of family. But listen to reason. Listen to the other side, because the moment you listen to the other side, it will. See how I was about to finish this, but then I remembered something. I have a friend who is very tied to me, but before we became friends, guys, I never liked her character, never liked her reputation. But where was this all coming from? Because people told me things. Okay, I used to hear people say things. She's like that, she's like this, she's like this. Until I actually got to know her for myself. She's a darling. She's a sweetheart. So, guys. Bye. See you again next time. And there's a line I wanted to choose, like perfect line, like until next time. Bye-bye.